Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, AmusedJester. My name is Junior, and this is going to be my last figure to review for Mattel's He-Man of the Masters of the Universe Webstor from the Cartoon Collection 2000X. This is the last figure that I have on pre-order. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I pre-ordered Buzz Off, and I know I didn't pre-order Keldor. Here's the back, by the way. And let me go ahead and take him out of packaging and we'll talk some more about this figure. Alright, so there it is out of packaging, and apparently this is just basically, you just stick it in here. There's articulation here at the base, so you can probably swivel it and then move it up and down. I have to tell you guys that this is very stiff. So if you want, you can dunk it in warm water first before you start moving this joints, because it's very stiff and that peg is very, very thin. Also seems to have, no, it doesn't, it looks like it might have articulation here, but it doesn't. That's just a cut where they just joined the two pieces. I don't really know if there's any specific way that you're supposed to do this. So, oh, there is, I think, because this was basically when it was wrapped, one is in the bottom, one's in the top. There's nothing to indicate once you've removed them what's in the bottom or on the top, I think. So I guess just plug it in whichever one you prefer. I think I got this wrong. Like, maybe I'm thinking this bigger ones, because as you can see, one's smaller, one's bigger, should go in the bottom rather than on the top, because you need all of that space in the bottom swing for the arm, and then this probably should be on the top. So I guess I would recommend that before you take it out of the blister, try to orient which one is which, because they were kind of I don't even know if I got that wrong at all. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the bigger one should be here in the top. Yeah, okay, we'll do with that for now. So Webstor, like I said, this is, I don't want to continue 2000X. I have so many lines of He-Man already, and I feel like the 2000X cartoon doesn't really hold as much nostalgic connection to me as the original 1980s cartoon He-Man, and I wish they had continued more in that one. I feel like there's more characters that they could have done in there. And for that line, I'm complete. But I hung on to getting the 2000X, so just to get a grip on the collection. And I'll tell you that one of the reasons why I did hung on to the 2000X collection is because of figures like these. This basically is a perfect example of why I was really sticking to the 2000X as long as I did, because these large oversized monsters that they have, I don't know what it is. It's like they basically have more fun designing these monster figures and capturing the 2000X feelings than they do with their figures. I don't understand why. You know what? It must be because of the portraits that they're using on the figures. I don't have it here. I have it, but it's buried somewhere. Like the facial features on the actual people characters like Tila or Man-at-Arms, they seem so soft, or Adam or He-Man. Here on the monsters, it's more expressive. I definitely like it better. I don't remember how much I paid for these. I think these are like $19.99. Yeah, I just looked it up. It's $19.43. And one of the other things too that killed the line for me completely is just I just was completely deflated in terms of collecting stuff from Mattel when they made the mistake, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they made an obviously bad mistake when they did the Masters of the Universe movie kids line and origins line, which is basically about the same size as this one, have the same amount of articulation, different design style, but one is $11 or something like that, while the other one is $19, which is basically the same as this one. Because it does not sit well with me when I have two very, very comparable toys. They're two different styles, mind you, but both are aimed at one is aimed at the kid, one is aimed at the collector, and that's all there is. That's the only difference I can tell. And one is $11 and one is $20. And that really sits pretty badly on me. And then the fact that I don't really need 2000X, it doesn't have the same pull as 1985 He-Man. So I could easily just like, you know what, I'm done with this one. I don't want to spend that much more money on this one. This seems to be the strap if you want to remove the harness. I'm not gonna completely remove it because I know these things, it just basically is hard to put it in the way it was as the original. But it's this design that they do in the monsters that really made me stay longer, because this looks awesome, really, really good. Nice curves, there's just a nice posture to it and everything. I do have my 1980s cartoon inspired collection, which I still love. Look at how much more different it is. So, like, I think maybe I'll still buy some 2000X because the monsters kind of still fit in terms of the the look of monsters in that world. You know, it'll just be a different kind of monster. But for the hero ones, like anything with maybe He-Man, Man-at-Arms, Sorceress, or Tila, you know, those, I think I'll skip on those. Or, I mean, like, how much more longer can this last anyway? The only thing they haven't done is Sorceress. That really matters, right? So in this one, I'm gonna retain and give him the value of 12. It still looks really, really good. If this had been one of the regular figures like Tila, I probably would have counted her as 10 now at this point, because I really don't want to continue this line. And it's kind of nice that it's ending on a high note that I got with this figure, because I wasn't really that thrilled with Roboto. Very limited articulation, very plain features and everything, that I just like, I got it. But yeah, that's it for my review of Mattel's Masters of the Universe cartoon collection, mainly on the 2000X series, animated series. And this is the character Webstor. If you like the that particular cartoon, if that's where you started off with He-Man, then actually this is not a bad line to collect, especially when, like I said, when it comes to the monsters and big figures. It's just on the something is off on the facial features of the figures. That's why I couldn't get on to it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys on my next review. Bye.